Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Welcome. Happy New Year.
Yes, whenever you wake up is your morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all. Welcome to season 5.
Yes, 6.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, your mom is...
Sorry, let me just ask you, how are we in season 5? This is the 6th year we've been doing this.
Yes, but we started counting seasons very arbitrarily.
Yeah, because I was looking at it the other day. Kini, it's not correct.
Yeah, you know, we just used to, when we started, we just used to do as
vibes,
we felt. Yeah, it was all vibes.
Nothing like season.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's it going, Sugar? As you guys can see, we have a new set. Thanks to me.
Oh my God.
Thanks to me. So, that's all I have to
keep going.
No, I'm just saying that some people do things and some other people in this podcast don't do things. So, that's just it. Anyway, whatever you want to take
I'll allow you
that,
have this one.
you can go ahead. So, what's up? What have you been up to?
Since when?
When last were we here? That was November. Thank God we traveled for New Year's. Both of us made it out of the country safely.
Yes. Okay. Where did you go?
An undisclosed location.
Where did you go for your camera?
It's not important.
Where did you go?
It's actually not important
it's
where
not,
I went
but
to.
you've gone and come back.
Unlike you, who posted every one business day. Let's discuss about that. So, Jola, where did you go?
I went to Cape Town.
Where did you go with?
Don't worry about that. I went with friends. I went to Cape Town.
Because I just
absolutely
amazing. You're doing a lot of activities and I know you are not paying. I knew it.
What do you mean? I paid for things. I paid for everything I did.
Like what?
Everything.
You literally made a post about not paying for things.
Because I lie.
You don't. Anyway, we both traveled. No, I went to Tanzania. I went to Zanzibar. It was lovely. I had a great time.
Everything about leaving this country is great.
Guy,
I must say to you.
Do you know, I would wake up and just be like, see life, see
fresh
sun.
air.
Even the sun was hitting me different. I said, see sun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When I was leaving Cape Town, the coolest thing happened. I was at the airport in Joburg. And someone just says, Jola. I'm like, okay. And this really, really beautiful woman, she listens to the podcast. She was talking to her friend. She was also traveling like somewhere else. She was talking to this babe and she starts explaining what the podcast is and what we do.
Sitting.
And I remember thinking, wow.
We've reached Cape Town.
Here.
See, that's kind of place. Let's befriend more people there so that they'll be inviting us over. Because all these friends that we have in all these areas, do you get? Everyone wants to invite me to Sakpa, London. I don't want to come there. I don't. I don't want to mingle with you there. Anyway, what else did we do? I turned 30.
Yes.
And you know, I don't mean to exaggerate when I say I had the party of the year.
You did.
It's difficult to call it because it's January. But let me yarn you something. Until somebody beats it, and I'll happily admit it.
It'll probably be us that beat it.
Actually.
It will probably be one of our own parties.
Party, don't forget. You know, when you look back on something, I'm like, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
It was a bash.
It was so much fun.
It really was. It really was a bash.
Fake me spent money.
No, I didn't disgrace my family. But I did a mistake.
What did you do?
Because after the party, people now assume that I'm of a level of wealth that I'm actually... No, I'm not. I'm really not. Because when it's your birthday, people are nice. They send you drinks.
They send you money. People pay for things that just show
people
up.
are like, oh, do you need this? And then they like...
Well, also Yoruba, so people will be like, oh, I'm sending ice cream.
God bless you. So people are like, oh, I'm going to sponsor this. So it's not actually the way it looks. Because afterwards, I noticed that people were inviting me to certain locales, certain establishments where I thought, you want to go to lunch where? Money lunch. I'm not sleeping with you. Then he wore a fellow lunch. I said, now, wow. But I now realize what the key issue was. I've presented a package that's not close to reality.
I think it's better.
I do. I think it's better.
I think it's better.
I really do. But listen, we had a time.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Had a time for another. What can we say?
Before we left Lagos, did we go for anything fun?
In December, we went to... Wait, when did we close this podcast?
November. The last week of November.
We saw Ashake.
Oh!
We went to Tony Elumelu's
party. Oh, my days.
Actually, how can I call that a house? I live in a house. He lives in an estate.
Yeah, he lives...
When I say he lives in an estate, I mean a private...
No, he has grounds.
He doesn't live on he lives on an estate.
Estate, yes.
Not estate.
He has grounds.
Like, what's that show I used to watch? Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
He lives in Elumelu Abbey. Okay, because we were walking to the back of his house and I was feeling tired.
As in we were going.
I was feeling tired because I was like, okay, we're still here. All of us are moving.
Do you know what we were saying, right? When we were leaving the party, I was like, sometimes when people say things like, oh, siblings are fighting over property, you're like, how can they?
This is the kind of property.
Mate.
Look, he now has plentiful children. They're going to do.
And he was, he does this thing where he says, just call me Tony. No. I will be calling you sir.
Guy, because like me and my siblings now, we're not going to, my house is nice. We're not going to fight over the property. It's just going to be a quick one. We'll just sit down. But you see, if we lived in that estate, wrecking. Well, first of all, they don't even like you that much in this household.
That's when I'll start to remind everybody I am the firstborn. I am indeed the number one in this family.
That's when you start hearing all these family secrets coming out. Anyway, the reason that, let me tell you, the only reason I went to that place was because Ashake was performing.
But it wasn't only Ashake that performed.
Let
me tell you how supreme Tony Lumelu is. Netosi performed. Do you know what it takes to get... That man is now a church uncle. I'm not joking.
Yeah, no, I know other people perform, but like I wasn't there for them. Yeah. I don't mean sound somehow.
Let me tell you how blown Ashake is. Wizkid performed before Ashake. That tells you all you need to know.
So Wizkid branched after his own personal concert.
Yes.
And just give them like 2 jams, quick one, before he went home. Let them not cancel his UBA contract. There is account of not call him. We're
having issues.
You're having withdrawal problem. So he just branched, let me greet my Oga. Let it not be as if, I said I'm not performing.
That was such a good party.
But let me tell you, Ololademi is just, he's exactly who he thinks he is. Yeah. He's exactly who all of us think he is. It was fantastic. I was so happy because, most importantly, I didn't pay
for a thing.
Do you know what I mean?
As a matter of fact, I feel like
we're talking about, they're on a table 8 million. Because Ajeon, we were drinking, we were eating.
We didn't eat. I mean, we ate.
God bless you.
And ate.
So actually, we should have paid. Because I feel like our allocation in terms of what they assigned to each individual, we took too much. No, it was a time. It was a lovely
That was a really
time.
nice party.
Ashake was phenomenal and I had a great time. Yeah. What else did we do again on Christmas?
Then I came to your house on Christmas
evening. My house was lovely on Christmas Day, actually. Yeah. That was also a time. Yeah. Lovely times. And then we traveled. Thing happened that day, but I don't think I can go into it. Because,
no, you can't.
Everybody involved listened to this podcast.
No, you can't.
Let's just say people came. And I was surprised.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I was surprised to see them. But Christmas is spirit
it's
of
a time of
giving,
love,
family,
merging, joining.
God bless you.
And then we traveled.
Yes, the next day I was out.
Then we traveled.
The next night,
see how we're still smiling. Honestly, you guys, this country is not our home.
I had, and then someone was like, "Oh, but you didn't post." I said, "No, you don't need to know." I said, "I want you to believe me when I say that I had the best time. Don't worry."
Do you know what made me laugh? FK came back to Lagos before me. Now, what would a good friend do? Just be like, oh, you're back. How is what going? No, I was sending her pictures and videos.
Like a fool. A big clown.
I was like, what are you up to? I am at the beach. What are you doing? Make me be like, I'm in a keja.
Do you know, the thing, when you come back, Lagos is just a merciless place. As you just come back like this, bam, just jam heat.
A terrible place.
A terrible place.
And do you know what the thing? So I didn't fly. I flew economy going, but I applied for an upgrade. Now, I didn't tell my friends that I applied for an upgrade because I didn't think I was going to get it. Now,
you now got the upgrade.
I now got an email saying, congratulations. I said, oh.
No, I did the other way. So I flew first there and I came economy back and I regretted it.
No, you shouldn't. You should always do it the other way around.
Very, very deep.
You should always do it the other way
because
around.
Because I realized that actually, at the very least, if I'm entering Nigeria, I should enter in comfort.
Let me tell you why.
Not that when I'm off the plane. When I'm on the plane, I was annoyed. Now, when I got off the plane, I was doubly annoyed.
Let me tell you what happened to us. So, we get off the plane.
Us who, sorry?
Me and my friends.
Okay. How many friends?
Get off the... I don't like the questions you're asking.
Sorry, because I wasn't there,
we get
as you know, I was in the Cape Town. So, who was there?
People.
Which friends now?
Plenty, Mike and Dali.
What did you mention there? People. No, I don't mean everybody that was in Cape Town when you were there. I'm only the ones you went with. But you went together.
You know I'm 31. My memory isn't great.
Are you 31?
I'm on my way there.
You're far from there.
That's in
February. 3 months, bro.
30 plus is really hitting you badly, girl. But we get back and I come off my side of the flight refreshed because I was in first class. No, wait now. And it's just like, okay, we're back in Lagos. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and face this year positively. I'm going to speak positive over Nigeria. I'm going to speak positively over my life. I shared 10 minutes in, what do we see? But an immigration officer and a fellow traveler like physical.
Oh, fighting.
I'm not joking.
Do you know, this was the first time my entry into this country was quite smooth. They made a mistake though, because one of the people was asking for that form, but they had stopped it.
Yeah, you don't need it anymore.
So we're all fighting that like, we don't need the form anymore, but the lady kept going on and on. And then the person I called to help me at the airport was late. So I was like, in terms of you helping me out, like, is it not the entire point of protocol people at the like plugs at the airport is that brief period between when you get off the plane and before you get your bags? If you show up after that, what do I need you for?
Yeah.
See, and then that like long walk coming out to the airport, I didn't do it, sharp, but I almost got in trouble.
Why?
So there is a diplomatic car park at the airport, right? Obviously, I was absolutely not being a diplomat.
Yeah.
I told my driver to park there. I just said that when I come out, I'll explain to them. So obviously, I mean, I did travel. I traveled normally. I traveled within Africa. So I came out and the guy was like, how come here? Because there were like buses and things for people who came.
For the diplomats.
You know. So I just said, I'm British. You know what I mean? I'm British. I'm here on the High Commission.
You said what?
At the end of the day, I gave the guy 2K money, bros. Forget all this one that I'm saying about my credentials. Forget all this. He said, ma, don't do this thing next time. And I took his number back. But are you always here? Say, this is department. I said,
I'll be seeing you.
So, after the elections, I'm going to be tracking all the results so that they don't go and do one thing. And I shall be doing that at 2023elections.ng.
Or
if you are up to date, you get advanced, technologically advanced.
You can also check it out on the Stairs mobile app.
Spell Stairs.
STEARS.
Not Stekis.
And you don't need to look out for every single thing. So,
for example, I don't care what they're doing in Ibadan, so I won't be checking that.
So in my own case, it would be presidential, Senate, governorship, Lagos State, House of Reps.
Yeah, you can select the races that you're interested in, and then you can track those until the results come out. So you can be looking at the numbers as they come in. It's a numbers game ultimately.
Yeah.
You can have fun games, where you can try and predict who's going to win and such.
Yeah, and
that is it.
Free.com.
It is.
Absolutely
so 2023elections.ng or
the Stairs mobile app. All right, guys, back to the episode. Up next, we have Sir Davos Seaworth, who says, I turned 31 this year. Me too.
Congrats.
I've never had a job in my life. Okay, not me. He says, like, zero work experience. My biggest achievement is my landed property I bought somewhere in Lagos. In brackets, yes, you guessed it right. Yahoo paid for it. Oh, no, we didn't guess that.
Sorry. I was about to say congrats, big boy. I didn't guess right.
He said, but I feel empty inside. I want to sell the property, which has been difficult in itself because it's been on the market for a while now, and start life over as an entrepreneur in Nigeria. Maybe open a bakery or a food store or a filmmaking company. Those are widely different things, babe. But okay. He says, but the thing is, my soul really craves work experience. I'm an economics graduate, but I don't know how to go about it. I have friends I have watched growing their careers, and my heart really yearns for that. Look, nobody wants to hire a 31-year-old and start training them. So I'm just stuck in limbo, confused and dazed, and frankly quite tired. Will I be a failure? What does the future hold for me? Feel free to take the make out of me. I'll be listening for your opinions and advice.
You don't need to say that.
Thanks, Sir FK and Sir Jollz of House of Lannister. First of all, that house is very incestuous.
Please, what did he call him, sir?
Sir Davos Seaworth.
Sir Davos Seaworth.
So we can call him DS for short.
Because do you know that I thought this was like going somewhere? Yeah. I was about to say that Adi is not the man that they said before he revealed to himself to be a criminal. So Lenia.
But he wants to change his life. So he's asking how.
First of all, I disagree with him. He said he's not good at economics. I think he's very good at economics. I think what he has actually shown is that he's a star pupil.
No, but I actually feel really bad
if they do alumni, should he not go?
Yeah, a terrible person.
No, because how many of his fellow economics do they have landed property?
Fair enough.
From the economics work they said they are doing.
But he wants to join them.
Is this not the economics of, this is tech loan shade now?
Oh my God, I can't stand this, babe.
Is that not tech?
What should he do?
Tech.
What should he do to get into the job market?
He's into tech.
He said no,
he should
but
go into crime fighting.
Oh my God. Fake, please, for God's sake.
Oh
my God.
I'm serious. He should help people find Yahoo boys.
For what?
He said his soul is empty. He should probably fill it up.
With
the crime people.
He doesn't want to fight crime. He wants like a regular.
He wants to be baking bread. He's a criminal. Do you know? This is how you know somebody that did not work for money. Only way he wants to open a bakery. Very stupid.
He basically, what I read from it, I read deeper.
There's nothing deeper there. He stole money. Yes. He bought a house. Mm-hmm. Now the thing is paying him. Now he wants to open it. He wants to be making bread.
It's not about the house. It's that he feels like a failure.
He didn't fail. He has a landed property. What are we discussing? First of all, he's a dirty liar.
He said he's 31. Has never had a job.
Let me ask you something.
I wants to start working.
Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. This guy is trying to make us feel bad about the fact that he's a criminal. And I can never. Do you
what if he wants to turn over a new leaf?
Which nonsense leaf? Okay, do you know what we can do? Do you know the only way I can... did you say Ewedu? Are you sick?
Sorry.
Do you know the only way I feel like I can forgive him?
Yeah. What? Who asked for your forgiveness? Is this girl sick? Who the fuck asked for your forgiveness? Oh my God.
How do you know I was not affected by it?
Is it your mother's property he bought?
You don't know. You don't know. We do have a property in Cuts. Actually, it's not the one. But that's not the How do I know? Let me tell you what he can do. And this is very serious.
Yeah.
I'm hiring, but as part of him coming to work for me, you should put the property in the company.
This thing you just said, is it not Yahoo?
The property is making his soul empty.
This thing you just said.
I want to fill it with work experience.
Is it not fraud?
If he's my PA, he can learn things. Mm-hmm. Then I can own the property. Voila.
Do you know the funny thing?
Now, two things have happened. The property is now in a respectable establishment. One. Two, he's having work experience.
I think the problem
You've actually not commented on my solution.
Because it's a foolish solution.
It's not. I have a real company. They do real things there. He can very much work there. And he can transfer the property to there. Ojoro Council.
I already regret us coming back.
Because let me tell you, two things have happened. He has now I do recycling. I'm saving the planet, actually. So number one, he has saved the planet. He has saved his soul. And he's having work experience. Is this not why we're here? This is what the world is all about.
Do you know what I'm amused at slightly? He hasn't actually applied for anything.
This guy, I said you should not apply. He should write to me. Let me give you my email. No, I'm dead serious. The only thing, Sha, is that, like I said, he has to transfer the title of... Does the land have title? Did he mention it?
No.
See your Oshoni.
Or does he have small court case? Have you guys ever seen that before? Small land issue?
Is it a case of he has the title, or is one of those where the gate says this land is not for sale? Because
beware of my son, Paju.
If it is beware, of course, if this land is not for sale, then I don't want it. But if it's a titled prop, this is actually a perfect solution.
Is this property? Property. No, so exactly. Because if it's property, we want.
If it's property,
we can manage.
Yes.
If it's properties.
No, I don't want that. But you know what? Actually, perfect. This is what we'll do. When he transfers the land to the company is going to use the land as collateral for a loan to pay his salary.
You will be arrested.
No. Why should I pay a criminal salary from my own business? Absolutely not. That very landed property will use it to pay his salary.
Our final one is from somebody that calls themselves Wednesday. She says, "Dear, I said what I said. I need advice, guys. My husband and I have been married for almost 2 years now, although we've been together much longer, over a decade. I've always felt very confident that we understand each other well and work together well as a team. But something happened recently and is threatening to change the dynamic of our relationship forever. So we both come from decent backgrounds and our parents are quite well-to-do. When we were getting married, I got a large sum of money from my dad, 35 million. My dad usually does these things when we hit different milestones in our lives. So when you graduate, you get married, you have a baby, etc. Anyway, I never mentioned it to my husband because, I didn't really think he needed to know. And because our backgrounds are similar, I just assumed the same thing happened. Like your parents give you money, etc. He also knows my dad does these things, but we've never discussed the actual amount. To the issue, my husband needed to get credit on his phone last week and his bank app wasn't responding, so he asked to use mine. I completely forgot the funds placed in an investment within the bank had matured into my account, but I hadn't rolled it over. My balance showed the 35M plus the money that was in the account. I logged into the app using my Face ID, handed him my phone. He saw the balance. I was like, you have this much cash? At that point, I told him my dad gave me when we got married. Now, the issue is that it's not that he wants out of the money. In fact, he didn't say anything immediately afterwards. The next day, when we woke up, he said he couldn't believe I had that and pretended all this time. I was kind of confused because I never pretended not to have money. In fact, he sees how much shopping I do and comments on it all the time. He then brought up what he actually had a problem with. When we were looking for our apartment, we had a really nice choice that was above his budget. To be fair, I actually liked the place and was also disappointed when I realized it wasn't within his budget. We went for another apartment, which is fine and has been a wonderful first home for us. Now, he says I had the money and didn't even at least offer in that situation. Essentially, he's saying he lets me know everything he has while I hid this material information from him. Now, to be fair, his finances are actually an open book for me. I know how much he earns and even his savings. He says trust has really been broken and he doesn't see me as the same person. He asked me why I didn't tell him and I don't even have a good reason. I'm really shocked. I love my husband a lot and I don't know how to navigate the issue. And I really don't want to share with my friends. So I want to hear your perspective. In fact, I might send this to Jolla on Twitter because I need help ASAP.
She doesn't want to tell her friend she has 35 million.
Sorry, Dick.
What's a criminal?
Because, no, she doesn't want to tell her friends because if my friends tell me this, I'll be like, why didn't you tell him that your daddy gave you money?
So, do you know the thing? I like that she explained it like this because, do you know, I don't actually think that she did anything intentional.
No, I don't think she was malicious.
She was just moving on vibes, just based on, normal, like, they give me money.
They give me money for the wedding. No, I didn't know. I think it even is. It's like,
because she would have just been thinking,
or even so around the rent.
Do you know what's killing me is that all this time we think she's pretending and she's like,
no,
actually,
I just didn't think that.
I've been moving like someone that has 35 million.
You just didn't ask. Like, you didn't. Whenever he was like, you bought another shoe again.
Okay, but let me know, like, why did she contribute the money
to the rent? So I think she was thinking new home. Let me tell you what happened.
So let me say this thing.
No, I'm not trying to be funny.
I had this debate recently with someone because they were saying that it's saying that it's funny because even, feminists or whatever, they know there's certain things that they don't think feminism is about. It's
like rent.
Like who pays rent and who pays your children's school fees. And I was like, do you know I get it? I was like, I see it.
Let me tell you what I mean.
And I get it.
So, for example.
But the question I wanted to ask you now, if you're in that situation where so let's say his budget was X. Mm-hmm. And, okay, let's say his budget is 100 naira.
Yeah.
And the rent is 100. And so, for me, it depends on how much higher
than the 100. If it's 200, no.
0.
Our eye is too big. Let's close it a little.
Close it. And close it. Do you know, as I'm thinking now, I tell you why.
No, okay, let me tell you what it is. Like you said, it's that thing. The problem I have is that she actually liked the apartment.
So yes,
and
if she didn't, so if I didn't like the apartment and it was just a fancy apartment, like I said,
is she also ethically opposed to paying rent at all?
We don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm asking all these questions.
She strikes me as someone that's moving on vibes.
Yeah, I don't think she thought it.
I feel like she strikes me as someone that was like, okay, he said, yeah, this is budget. The house was not in your budget.
Do you know what I think? Like, she's doing a very Nigerian woman thing.
She is.
You didn't ask me, so I won't tell you.
I won't tell you.
So she says her husband knew her dad gives her money. But because he didn't say how much did daddy give you, she didn't say. But if he had asked her, she would have said. As opposed to offering up the information. As opposed to her husband, who shares everything with her.
Yeah.
Koda.
But can I just say that there's
let's not lie and let's not steal Koda.
So Koda, but can I just say there's precedence for women having fuck you money?
Yeah, no. But that's the thing. Fekemi, it's not fuck you money.
The family is not fuck you money.
No, it's one of the things that in her own case, that's what makes this thing a bit weird.
Because she didn't do it on purpose.
She didn't do it. She wasn't like,
so I know,
let me hide my money from my husband.
Everybody has money.
Yeah.
A lot of women will tell you.
Do you know the gag? Fekemi, if this girl
put some money somewhere.
Fekemi, if she has 35 million, I guarantee you she has fuck you money. It's not this money.
That's what I was about to say. That what the husband is not yet aware of.
If her daddy gave her,
see, I want to say that what her husband is not aware of is that this is not the full money.
Come on. No.
Well, from what this girl has said,
Fekemi,
this money remains somewhere.
The 35 million is what her dad gave her for the wedding.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not her fucking money.
She doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That this babe,
she just went on vibes.
Finances are still not an open book. She has another account.
Because she's actually flustered.
So the truth is that Koda.
Yeah,
Koda.
It wasn't nice.
No, it's not nice.
It's not good. It's
actually not good. It's actually not good.
It's not good.
It's not good, especially because he's sharing everything with you.
And money is touchy, bro.
And the truth is that you can imagine that they would have had several money conversations up to this, apart from the rent.
No, but that's the thing. I think it was a big... So, like there are big family decisions. Rent is a big family decision.
That's why he would have thought of it, because it was probably a big deal for them that they couldn't get that flat.
I think maybe there are other things where he kind of feels like, okay, this one is not as big a deal.
So, the truth, I understand how he feels exactly. And I think he's right to feel that way.
Same.
Because if he's like looking at it as, okay, but we trust each other. Are you telling me that you can't tell me that your dad gave you? Like, for me, it would be like, what does that make you think of me that you didn't tell me that your dad gave you 35 million?
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think it's the 35 million.
No, I don't think the amount. I mean, the fact that you had money that we could have used for something. Okay. See, for me, this is actually a long mocker. I take everything I said back about vibes. This babe not moving on vibe. She didn't spend that 35 million. She put it in mutual funds. She put it in an earning. And she was going to roll it over. She's keeping that money for a rainy day. My dear, you don't move like that if you are sharing plenty things.
Another thing, Nigerian mothers will tell you, they'll tell you not to put your money, keep that money in case anything drastic happens.
Yeah.
It's not from now you start spending
5M is not drastic money.
No, hold on. She said, it's not now that you... So they got married, starting a new life. They got married 2 years ago. So actually, thinking about it, he pays 2 years rent, right? So her mom was probably... I'm just thinking about the way Nigerian women talk about money. Don't start with that one yet. Wait
okay,
first.
Fine. Wait, don't
keep
spend
that money
it.
first. Don't spend it. Don't start spending
my own, all these mom aunties, what they said is you put some of it aside and you won't say anything about it ever
that one
until there's a crisis. So there's, and do you know what? I wholeheartedly believe in fuck you money. And when I say fuck you money, I don't mean like in the sense of you using say fuck you. I believe you must have money as a woman. A casala can bust at any time.
Yeah, anything.
And you
happen.
Must not find yourself or you and your children destitute.
And anything can happen doesn't mean your husband leaving.
No, I mean life. Life can happen. So I think you have to have money that you lock away in your safe lock. I don't grab babe telling people what's in their piggy vest. I don't believe in that. I've never done that, and like you will not know.
Yeah.
Okay. My savings are just
random. Shout out to piggy vest too.
Yeah, they've done a lot. They've done a lot for me because actually I've heard the story of people finding I was in their babe's piggy vest.
How?
I'm being deeply shocked.
How?
They told them now. Love, very stupid.
How?
Anyway, but I don't think this is what this babe is doing. And I think it's wrong.
You guys need to figure it out, child. His feelings will be hurt because it's almost like you think he's a funny guy. No, it's true. Like you think he's a somehow person.
So the insult is that you like, I don't know. There's an insult attached to it where I would feel insulted that, so you didn't tell me. And also, so you could have contributed
to our new home,
to our house.
And they've been together for over a decade.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Somehow. Let me not lie to you. Somehow.
By the time you see us next, we'll have a new president. I don't know how you guys feel about that. How do you feel about it?
I feel, so do you know the thing? It is a very good thing that I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because what was the assumption was it's going to be a landslide to like APC's direction.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that on this day, nobody can say that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. It's really nice.
The way I feel is like, I am hopeful that there can be a last minute change. Like things can happen, but the truth is that I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't know.
Someone asked if we are comfortable sharing who we're voting for.
I'm voting for Peter Obi.
Gara. That is how we move. Let me not lie to you guys.
I don't really have any shame in saying
there was a second where I was going to message the babe who did our fabric for.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
To do
Obi skirts. Obi
So
skirts.
The truth, I'm voting for Peter Obi because I can't vote for people who have killed us.
Yes. Do you know something that we don't talk about? I was talking to somebody on the phone about this a few days ago, and I changed the conversation because I got really upset. So every time we talk about NSAS, we talk about it in very surface terms. There was a day or 2 days that I thought me and my friends were going to die.
100%.
So
we were in bunkers.
So I don't know how to explain that. So when people talk about the elections, about how it's just politics, to me, nothing is funny. Like I joke a lot.
I was in a safe house.
So quite frankly, when people talk about APC, Buhari, Tinubu, for me, it's not just fun and games. Like I can't vote for me, it comes down to this. I need to not be afraid of my government.
People died.
I need to not be worried that if I say something that these people don't like, my life will be actual danger.
My own is like they ate their youth. People died. Yeah. I can never get past
that part.
All the arguments fall down for me at they sent people to kill us.
On a very, that's the thing. Yeah, even thinking in like broad terms, on a very personal level, I remember seeing my parents, the visible fear when I got a phone call like Jola has to leave the house now.
Yeah, we all.
I'm just like,
so
we don't talk about it, and I will never talk about it.
On a personal level, like it was not for me. It was not, and it wasn't anybody that was doing it. It was the government.
Yeah. So
who was after? It was the government. You get like I'm sorry. There's no who was after. It was the government that was like that was who we were hiding from quote unquote. So for me, there's no real question of.
I want somebody who cares. I want somebody who has energy. Like
look,
today,
and I appreciate he's not perfect, he's not a messiah.
But
the truth is
that
Nigeria is actually way beyond the saving of one person.
Yeah.
I appreciate the lack of structure. Do you know what? And I even agree. Let somebody else try. Do you get? Let somebody else give it a shot.
Even in terms of precedent, I'm a big fan of let's see what his antecedents are in terms of
let somebody else
human rights records.
Let somebody else even go for it.
I'm a big fan of education. I will have you know that my candidate moved his state from number 24 to number 1 in the country. And that's all I need to know.
Do you know, the truth is that I don't even get...
26, actually.
I don't even get into...
all those parts.
No, I don't.
Let him go there.
I am just like, let's look at this fundamentally. Where are we as a nation? The people that have come already, the party, the structures that are behind
this almighty
them.
Structure. Oh,
what have they gotten us?
Now?
See, we are in such a mess that a new approach could be better. So for me, it is down. Once people start bringing us, oh, what did this one do for Lagos? I said, no, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not even arguing with you at all. Anything they wanted to do for Lagos. Is Lagos, how great a city is Lagos?
Well, I think and I live in the most expensive part of Lagos.
It's a shithole. We don't have lights. We don't have lights.
Water.
I don't want, do you get like,
water,
let's stop being irritated. We don't have lights. All of us went to dig borehole. All of us have plenty security. Like, what are we talking about?
Yep.
Forget all these things that we're saying.
You want to watch others, you can. But not me.
You can. We live down the road from this. Like, forget all these things. So for me, it's not about any of that. I actually don't argue on the nitty-gritty because I'm like, what are we talking about? I'm talking about the principle of the thing. Let them go.
Yeah.
They've tried now. The one they've done is...
They need to rest.
The one they've done is quite okay.
It's not
Look,
good.
where we are, you cannot make an argument. Let somebody else try.
Yep. 100%.
Let somebody else try. Then nobody can save. The country is like teetering on the edge.
On the edge, yeah.
No one person can save us where we are.
Yeah.
The situation we're facing fiscally, our economy, the truth is that in 4 years, you can't turn it around. But let somebody else, with an approach we've not seen, with a playbook that we don't know, let them come in and give it a shot. Furthermore, let someone that has not shown themselves to kill young people, let them, yes. I don't know why we're making it more than that. Yeah. What are we discussing?
Let somebody who lives in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Try.
Look, let someone that's not been in power, but like, as in, you've been gunning for this thing, you've been strategizing for your whole life for this. Look, let's free it. And so people talk about so many specific things. I'm like, they're all the same. You know, let's look at it to truly, at a high and low level, most of politicians are the same. If Labour wins, you see people switching parties. Out of PDP, now how many of them were in APC? Out of APC, how many of them? Let's forget ideals. My own is let there be a brand new, God bless you, brand. Let us try. Let us see. You know, and I also think it's very important, this like power of the people thing that's happening. I think it's very important. So I'm like, let's see. I can't tell you for sure if anything is going to work. But the truth is that nobody that is going to get into that seat has a good time ahead of them. We are in deep shit. Yeah. Okay? Nigeria is not in a good place. Nobody's turning it around in one term. Nobody. Yeah. Not a single person. You know, Atiku cannot do it. Ubebo City Boy cannot do it. Nobody can do it. Peter Obi cannot do it. But there will be ways in which you will come in and even just your basic mindset. Like the fact that I can listen to you and think, I don't mind this person representing me. That is an important thing for me. And very. Like, I can't do it. So for me, it just feels like...
So for Senate, I'm still not sure. I'm still looking for House of Reps for our area. No, that's State House.
Oh, that's State House.
That's in 2 weeks' time. For House of Reps, I checked, is Banky. That's for our region, so we'll vote for him.
So the thing the truth is that
Senate, I'm still checking.
If I am honest, I've not done enough research on some of the lower.
Yeah, you should check it out. Like you can find
on some of the lower seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. All you have to worry about is House of Reps, Senate, and President for now. Then in 2 weeks, governors and State House of Reps is in 2 weeks' time.
Yes. So that's really the way it is.
Yeah.
But The truth, I feel like you guys were fighting for our lives. Though. Sometimes when people discuss this, I just look that I don't think you understand the state. So ask yourself, look at the country that we're in now.
Do you know is
this the time?
Do you know the big thing for me? Buhari became president when I was 23. I'm going to be 31.
So 30.
When there's a new president.
If you put in a stupid person, we'll be 38. It is beyond my imagination. Look, they are going to do, if you look at it, right? If you look at the way these things work, most of them are campaigning on what has come before. Mm-hmm. If you vote APC, it is this APC, the one they've been doing, that they carry on. Are you not tired?
Yeah.
Don't you feel somehow that this is your country? Don't you have small shame that you can put forward?
This is a numbers game. Sorry. Presidential is even long. Did you see, if you check 2019 results, if you are voting in Lagos for Senate and House of Reps, please go and see the numbers that your senators and your House of Reps.
There were some people that won by 5,000 votes.
Some people are winning with stupid and irritating numbers, 5,000 votes, 4,300.
There are people that won with 4,000 votes. Like it was,
you will
some
be
of
annoyed.
The races were so small.
Were so tiny. As the number of people who even voted.
The total number of people was irritating.
Yeah.
And then, but the margin by which somebody won a Senate seat was so small.
Aish.
A couple of thousand people in an area where there are hundreds of thousands. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I would go and look at that. It's a numbers game, and you can track all of this
on stairs.
On stairs.ng.
You'd have had the advert already, but you.
But honestly, I will be opening.
I'm very excited.
I think I'm very excited. Everything. In 2015, I had a spreadsheet out.
Yes,
I did. When Jega when they were announcing, I had a spreadsheet out. Fine. Okay, I don't know if we're getting carried away. Do you know what I mean?
Check Jega out.
He's good looking.
That man
he's handsome.
Is fine.
I don't know if we're getting carried away.
I don't want to be a yari.
Are you insane? Are you mentally balanced? Do you know this is why people don't take us seriously?
No, take us seriously. What are you looking forward to? People are going to be like, they're talking about politics. Okay, before we go, what do you...
How many rubbish have we spoken about before now?
What are you looking forward to this season?
Actually, I was going to ask them this, but then sometimes when we ask listeners for their opinion,
those people are too forward.
Because we'll ask you if people have said 2, 3, 4. And I just want to know why. But what I was going to say is, I think that there can be some interesting segments we bring in. I'm curious to know what people would want us to see. So obviously we chat and then we do this, but I'm curious to know what people would want us to do. That is not what we normally do.
Me this year, I'm looking forward to not as many celeb guests. And I know I shouldn't say that technically.
No, but there are a few celeb guests I do want.
I said not as many.
No, because I want Thames and I want Ololademi.
Those are the two you want?
That's only them.
That's where your mind has reached.
Only 2 of them.
That's all. Mm-hmm. That's your cap.
After them,
that's where your brain, your
just
mind.
Those 2. Temilade and Ololademi. Those are 2 people that I want.
I want lots of interesting you know how when we started, we had a lot more.
I want like people that are interesting, that have interesting lives.
Do you know I'm laughing? One of my aunts listens to the podcast. I said, in the beginning, I thought I used to explain people's podcast as a modern everyday people. That's you, that's me. I said, Auntie, please. So yes, people will just bring all sorts. You bring all sorts of
everyday people.
I said, Auntie, please.
Okay, you know what was hilarious? So Mr. Israel that was on the podcast with that came as Uber driver. He works with me now. And so he came to my party. And so somebody came. I said, I know you from the podcast. What are you doing here? He was not trying to explain. I said, this guy, see someone that's been drinking champagne. I shoot them. So, but I think it's interesting that we used to have people from different...
we'll definitely do a ton of those.
I think I want more of those, people who have interesting stories.
Yeah.
I don't want to say... I really want a divorced couple.
I wrote that.
We've been saying this. I want a young...
Betty!
Recently divorced couple. Maybe 3 years out.
I wanted longer.
No, I wanted
40 years.
Longest. That one is too much.
If my grandmother was still alive.
So I feel like that's too much. I want people that they jam themselves in the club. As in their divorce is
still recent enough. 4, 5, moved past max 6 years.
They moved past it. Maybe they're dating other people, but it's not
too far.
Not too far
away. That would be interesting.
Another kind of scenario.
I want to bring back overworked and underpaid.
I do want to bring back because there's so many.
Yes. In this Buhari economy, there are even more now.
Yeah. I think, even more. Well, I'm hoping that the next episode, I don't know what the tone is going to be of the next episode. It depends on who wins. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. What else are we looking forward to this season? Events.
Yes, plenty.
we're going to do... last year we spoke a lot. We didn't do that. Yeah, no. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it too much. People always say, it's fine. I guess it's fine. This year, we're going to do a lot more events.
Yeah, I'm very
excited
looking
about forward to that.
I want to work with smaller brands this year.
Yes. So I do want to work. We're going to put something out about working with smaller brands. So basically, the idea is like, you know, if you're running a small business, an entrepreneur. Not Yahoo. Not like that guy. Not that Davos, as in you're just, you know, like you're selling cake now after you come home from GTB. Now, those kinds of things, people that like actually listen to us that are our guests are the people that I feel like should have space to advertise. You're the one that wants customers. All these big brands, I mean, not that we want your money, don't get me wrong.
But we want to figure out how to
also incorporate like
some of our smaller
businesses where you can just choose, okay, maybe you have something coming up next week and you want to advertise this week and it's just one slot. You don't have to be for the season. What else are we doing again this year?
No, not doing, but looking forward to.
I think we'll have better fashions. I think we're into fashion. You say you want to buy clothes.
No, I don't want to buy it too.
That's what I'm saying. You want people to give us clothes.
I don't want them to give us.
What are you talking about,
Jola? I want us to be fashionable.
So how are we going to be fashionable if people don't give us clothes?
We'll just be fashionable.
Like how?
I don't know. It will come to me.
Okay, you don't have any plan.
I don't have
I thought when you said this, you had a plan.
Me. Okay. When I said I'm planning to be more unserious this year, what did you think?
No, do you know that I feel it's very cliche, but I feel like I find myself saying, I'm 30, I don't give a damn. So often.
Really? Pick at me was like 2 weeks ago, mate.
Let me tell you, so I don't know if I should say this again. My mom listens to this podcast. Anyway, there was something I was asked to do after, like during the week, like maybe my birthday was on Monday, like on Thursday. And I just said out loud, actually, I'm 30, I don't have to. Because everyone was like, oh, why? I said, I don't want to. And actually, I don't have to. Nobody can beat me. And I just went upstairs and everyone was looking at me that, I said, actually, I've realized that this is the time for me to do whatever I like. And so it's very freeing. I really enjoy it.
But I want to get more into I've always liked clothes. Have the clothes liked me back? Questionable. People with your bad spirit, please change this year. Because I don't understand how we'll be begging people to subscribe to a YouTube channel that they asked for.
I listened to a podcast where they do what is called a gentleman's agreement. Obviously, we're not gentlemen. We're not going to do that. But we have to find a name for it where the basic thing is this podcast is free. Okay? The least you can. And what they just say is that the way you can pay is by subscribing to the YouTube. So I don't even want to say that to you. Why can't you subscribe?
And sharing stuff. Let me say something. Something happened last week, Fakemi. A few podcasts were trending. Right? I
know, I heard that.
No, let me finish what I'm saying. And people kept saying, some of our stupid fans, useless boys and girls, when I said what I said comes back. I've never seen them share us for one day. There was one person I said, in your life, don't write my name again. Because to share us, it's like as if they told them, once you share them, the podcast will disappear.
Please, you guys, like, for the love of God, support our ministry.
Just support us. We're not saying you should pay, because we're saying you should pay. We know what Buhari is doing to us all. We know that you'll be saying,
it's so funny, because people want to ask me how you guys monetize the podcast. Have you considered subscription?
It's a subscription we do.
I say, me, myself, I will pay 200 naira to listen to this podcast. Am I stupid? What sort of rubbish is that? I can't imagine that I will now pay.
No, we won't do that. Bye, guys. See you next week.